Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amanda, and today we're going to go over how Omega One can help you with officer elections. I also have Sarah Beth, who will be doing questions and answers throughout the webinar, um, and we'll also answer some of those at the end. If you will, please go ahead and use that question box to submit who you are and what organization you're with so we know it's working. And while you're doing that, I'm going to hand it over to Sarah Beth so she can tell you who Omega Phi is.
Thank you, Amanda. So, for more than 30 years, Omega Phi has provided technology solutions to help customers manage their finances, streamline their operations, recruit new members, and communicate with their members. So, whether it's working with 57 different headquarters, local chapters, house corporations, IFC and Panhellenic councils, and alumni associations across more than 650 campuses, we remain the industry leader when it comes to technology in the fraternity and sorority community. Based out of Columbus, Georgia, we securely process more than 1.1 million per day for our clients and have securely processed more than 4 billion since 1992. We're also deeply committed to serving, promoting, and advancing the fraternity and sorority experience. We aim to make raving fans with every individual or group we work with by reaching, innovating, and acting with agility. We challenge ourselves to dream big every day and help others to achieve their dreams. So, to say we're passionate about what we do is an understatement, and it's this passion that has encouraged our clients to trust us to do the heavy lifting so they can focus on their mission and having fun.
Thank you, Sarah Beth. So in today's webinar, we're going to go over how to add users, updating your calendar to get prepared for officer elections and end of semester items, uploading files, how to use polls to help you with officer elections, and then we'll look at email and text communications. So the first thing we're going to go over is how to add users. Under admin tools, when you go to manage users, from this screen you'll be able to add individual users or you can add multiple users. You'll follow the instructions here and upload the Excel document. It must be a CSV file, and you can use the template that we provide for you. If your users pull in from a different system, you won't do that here. You'll upload your users as well as update positions within that system you use that pushes to Omega One. So once you have your users added, then you will go in and you will update their member type and access levels. Under the access levels, there's 3 different levels. There's normal, officer, and administrator. The normal users have access to the member-specific menu options and do not have access to the admin tools. With normal access, it is important to note whether users are listed with a member type of member or a alumni. While both have the same level of access, items created in Omega One are not always visible to alumni members. So for this reason, we recommend giving advisors officer or administrator access. The officer access gives access to the member-specific menu options and a limited version of the admin tools. This allows them to manage communication-related features, but not member management features. And then the administrator level provides access to the member-specific menu options and all the admin tools. This is the highest access level within Omega One. Admin users can access and manage everything. So now we're going to look at updating your calendar in preparation for officer elections. So again, under admin tools, you'll go to manage calendar. If you have any officer election related events that you want to put in or any events that you want to put in to close out the semester, you can add those here. So for example, you can put nomination or election dates. You can also add interviews for those positions that are going to be elected. So let's go through how to add that. So you'll click on Add Event, and from here you'll put in your title. So we're going to do interviews. So we're going to do VP of Recruitment interviews. And then under your description, you can add the description of the position or what they need to bring to the interview, whatever that event entails, you can add that. And then who all it's going to be visible to. So if it's only going to be visible to administrators, officers, members, and not new members or alumni, you can just select those. And then what the start date will be and the end date. So if you want to do multiple interviews over a few weeks time, you can do that by adding a recurring event, or if you want to do a block of time. So we're just going to do it for one date, and we'll have blocks of time where people can sign up. So we'll do it from 1 to 5 p.m. And then you'll choose your event color. So each, if you want to color code your calendar, each color represents a different topic. So here we're going to choose chapter and ritual. And then depending on what kind of event it is, you can do check-ins. There's location-based check-in, a passcode, or a QR code. We're not going to do a check-in for this event, so I'm not going to check that. And then also you can, if it's an event and you're going to allow members to submit excuses, you can check this as well. And then you'll choose how to notify members. You can do it through email or text message. And if you want to send a reminder to them that this is coming up, you can do email or text message as well. And then publish to Omega One wall and send a push notification is always checked, but you can uncheck that if you want to. So then we're going to add that. And now it's showing up on our calendar. And then if you need to edit it, you'll just click on it and edit the event or delete the event. Now we're going to look at uploading files to help you with officer elections. So that's under the admin tools and manage files. This is where you can keep your information up to date to keep members informed. If you have information pertaining to officer elections, this is where you can put those files. For example, you can add files for all of the positions that are available along with their description. So newer members who haven't voted can know what's available and also if they are interested in that position. This will save you time to not have to go through each position in detail, like if you're meeting for chapter or something like that. You can also upload files that list who all is available for nominations based on class, grades, etc. So you can add new folders and then add files and or links under those folders. So to add a folder, you'll just click on Add Folder and then go through the information, the name, the description, and then who can view that folder. Once you've added the folder, then you can go in and you can add files and links. So if you'll notice here, we already have a folder called Officer Elections. And this is a document we uploaded last year to show what members were available to be nominated. So I'm going to change this name to 2022. And now we're going to add a new file for 2023. So once you've uploaded that, then you'll go in and you'll add the description. And who all it's visible to. You can put a password if there are only certain members that should be able to view this, and then share the password with them. And then if you want to add it to a pre-existing folder, and we want to add it to officer elections. And then you can also send notifications by email or text. Again, it will be published to the Omega One wall, and it will send a push notification as well when this is added. So we're going to add that file. And now that is available for people to come out and look to see who all is available for nominations. The next thing that I want to show you is if you want to add an external link. Let's say that your national headquarters has links for the description for each office. You can go out there and add that link. So you would click, it's the same as adding a file, but you would choose external link, and then you will paste the link address and then do the display name, like how you want it to be displayed. You'll add the description, and then as well as who it's going to be visible to and who will be notified or how they'll be notified. So you can do email, text message, and then you'll add that external link, add that file. And the next thing that we're going to go over is how to create a poll to help you assist with officer elections. So under admin tools, under manage questions and polls, this is a great way to gather information from members. If members help nominate officers, you can put in a question and or poll to give them the ability to submit that. To create that, you'll come up here and click Add Question Poll, and then you can make it a quick vote. So if it's real-time voting, you can choose yes. Quick vote is when someone logs into Omega One, this will pop up on their Omega One app, and it will require them to vote before they can move to anywhere else on the app. So they'll have to vote before they can move and do anything that they needed to do. So you can choose yes or no, and then we'll do the question as nominations for VP of Recruitment. And then our question will be, who would you like to nominate? And then you can add files if you wanted to add information for each candidate, you could do that, or the description of the position, you could do that, and then who it will be visible to. And then the answer type, you can only one answer per person. You can choose an open text box, or if they only have certain people that they're allowed to nominate, you can enter that information here. And then you can add additional answers if you need to do that. And then if they want to be anonymous in their submission, you can give them the option to be anonymous. You can, under the other options, you can allow users to view responses of other users. You can lock the question after so many people have answered it, or you can use a date to lock the question. So if nominations need to be submitted by November 15th, then we'll add that information so that we know that we get all of that, all of those in. And then you can alert by email, text message, as well as it'll publish to the Omega One wall and send a push notification. And then as those answers start coming in, you'll be able to come out here and view the answers. So right now there's no answers, but as those come in, it will show you, and then you'll be able to export or print those as needed. The last thing that we're going to go over is communicating with your members. If you have an officer, or if you want to send emails and or texts to specific groups to help with officer elections, you can do that. So under admin tools, you'll need to create a group first. So if you have an officer election committee, you can create a group for those members. To do that, you'll add a messaging group, but we already have an officer election committee set up. So I'm just going to show you from here how that's set up. So you'll put in the name and then the email address for that particular group. Who can join? So if an officer or admin chooses who's in the group, or if people choose to join themselves, you have that option. And then who can send an email? So officers and admins only. And then when a recipient replies, their email goes to the entire list or only the person that sent it. And then who the email group is for. So you can choose which members you want to send it to. And then under the manage list members, this is where you can go in and add those members. So you can choose all members, or you can go in and choose individual members. And once you set up that group, now you can go to manage emails and texts. And from here, you can choose to just send it to the officer election committee. You can also just send emails to one person if you need to, or if you only have a few members, you don't want to send an email to all members, there's just a few members that you want to send it to, you can do that. And once you type in your message, with emails, you can either send it now or you can send it at a later date and time. With text messages, you can only send that like in real time. You can't schedule it for later, but the same thing applies with groups. You can just send it to certain groups, and then you'll send out your message and send the text message. And once you've done that, you can view any sent messages, and then you can also view any messages that are queued for future delivery. And I wanted to show you, if you have any issues or you need help with anything, you can go to our help center. Our help center has videos and webinars and articles. You can type in what you're searching for, and it will pull up anything that is related to that topic. Or you can go to each individual tab, and it will pull up everything related to that specific tab. If you can't find what you're looking for in our Get Help Center, you can email software support@omegafy.com, and they'll be able to assist you. So that's all I have for you today. Sarah Beth, do we have any questions?
Yeah, we have a few questions. They're both kind of similar in the same vein. So, but one is, why aren't my new members seeing announcements, events, etc.? So I know you've shown this several times on the different things you can set up, but on a lot of these, like on the calendar event or on specific announcements, you get to choose who something is going to be visible to. So like if Amanda clicks into this calendar event or adds one, whatever, we can see that new members isn't checked. So I think typically that's not normally automatically checked. So if you want new members to be able to see it, you're going to have to click it to make sure that it's visible to them. And then she can save that and it would be visible. So if your new members aren't seeing anything, that could be why. That's typically why it's not available for them to have visible to them. And then the other question, like I said, in kind of a similar vein, is why aren't my members getting text notifications? So if you go up to the My Account tab and go to My Profile, you can also, I think Amanda was about to go do it, in the top right hand corner you can click on your like little name and it'll say My Profile under that drop down as well. But if you go right here, on the Omega One preferences, they need to make sure that they have everything set up correctly. So are they checked to receive text notifications and push notifications for those things? So if they're not receiving something, then more than likely they don't have that preference checked. And I think that's all the questions we had.
Well, that's everything that we have for today. If you think of any questions, feel free to email us and we'll be happy to answer those. And we hope that you have a great afternoon and a great rest of October.